Alright, so let's go ahead and crack open the box of the Oppo Find 7a. Now again, this is the 1080p variant of the Oppo Find 7, which is still going to be an amazing phone. I can't wait to have that actually in the Phone Dog office here. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Oppo. For one, they really do make some nice boxes to present their products. This one is made out of a plastic box. It actually feels really nice. It's very similar to the Oppo N1 box, but obviously that one was made out of cardboard, so definitely they upped the ante in terms of how they're putting their boxes. Alright, so here it is. It's the Oppo Find 7. Quick rundown of the specs here. We have a 5.5-inch display. It actually is 1920 by 1080, so a full HD display. We have a little tab here to lift up the device, and wow, that is super, really, that's pretty lightweight. I'm pretty sure there's no battery inside. It does have a removable back cover, which is really cool because it's still a metal phone, so that's an amazing feat because it's made out of titanium and aluminum, and it's a super lightweight phone that comes in this kind of slate gray, or maybe it kind of reminds me of the space gray found on the iPhone 5S, and that's in terms of an actual color. The display again measures at 5.5 inches. Now inside this bad boy we have a 2.3 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 801 chip, basically the same chip lifted off of the HTC One. This also will allow LTE in the US, so if you have AT&T or T-Mobile, it will be able to support their LTE bands with their SIM cards. So that's definitely a bright side. Let's go ahead and peel off the display cover here. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking phone here. This little bottom chin is actually a full LED notification light. Now that's something that's just really cool and very nerdy, and I really like that. On the front here we have a 5 megapixel camera. On the back you have a 13 megapixel camera. Now this thing has a awesome feature of actually stitching a lot of photos together to make a 50 megapixel photo, which is impressive. That's really crazy, and I can't wait to put that to a test. And then on the bottom we have 2 LED flashes. It does that dual tone thing that the iPhone started, and now it kind of really equals out the light in terms of flash photography. So put that to the side here, and we'll see what else is inside the box. So we have the basically the thing that the phone comes into. We have a pair of earbuds. We have a pair of earbud gel things that go into your ear for different ear sizes. Now, one thing that is really interesting is they actually give you an actual charger. Now, the reason why they give you an actual charger instead of just a micro USB charger with the little wall works is this has the fast charging technology. So basically, in 70 minutes, you can fully charge the 3,000 milliamp hour battery. Actually, I believe it's 2,800 milliamps on the Find 7a. I might be wrong about that, but it's either 3,000 or 2,800. I think they are different for each model. And then you actually have a separate micro USB cable for data syncing, or if you want to use it on travel days, so you can connect it to your laptop or a different power source. So that's basically about it. Inside this little pamphlet, you actually have the battery, which is a little strange. I'm not sure why it wasn't pre-installed in the phone. And actually, I can answer my battery thing. It's actually 2,700 milliamps, or no, it's okay, there's 2 milliamp hour battery things on here. So one says 2,700 milliamps, one says 2,800 milliamp hours. So I'm not exactly sure which one to believe. So we'll let the YouTube people decide which one you want in terms of battery power. So let's move this stuff to the side. Going back to the phone, and we are going to insert the battery. Now I'm just going to have to find how to open the battery cover. Let's see. Alright, so let's take off that battery cover. We have our SIM slot there. It's a micro SIM, not a nano SIM there. So I'm definitely going to have to use my micro SIM adapter to make sure my nano SIM will fit in here. And we'll lock this bad boy up here. Yeah, I mean, it does feel, I mean, even with the battery in, it's still a relatively lightweight device, and I have fingerprints all over it again. We'll go ahead and boot this guy up. I already don't like where the placement of the power switch is on the left-hand side. I do want it on the right-hand side, and there is empty space, because it's only a volume rocker on that side. But quick spin around the phone again. A very slim device, around 9.2 millimeters thick. Doesn't weigh very much, and it is a quite big device. I mean, it's a 5.5-inch display, and then put on that, you have some bezel on top and bottom. And just to demonstrate the size of this guy, we have a HTC One M8 on here. Again, that has a 5-inch display, and this has a 5.5-inch display. In terms of thickness, obviously the HTC One is a little bit thinner than the Oppo Find 7a, and then the other flagship that this has to compete with is the Samsung Galaxy S5. Now this has a 5.1-inch display, and obviously the S5 is thinner than the Oppo Find 7a. And just for, I guess comparison's sakes, here is the Galaxy Note 3, 5.7-inch display on the Galaxy Note 3, and just about the same size as the Oppo Find 7 with a smaller display. So that just shows you how much extra bezel is on the Oppo Find 7a. Now, in terms of software, this is actually running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. It's not KitKat. I am not very happy about that. We're just going to skip all this stuff and go straight into the software here. Now, this is also running Oppo's Color OS and an Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. So it's definitely going to be an interesting phone. It definitely has a very beautiful display, and I also can't wait to use the Oppo Find 7 with that amazing QHD display on that device. So much more content on the Oppo Find 7a. I'll definitely have the full review and also some comparisons against this guy, against its main competitors, and basically any phone that's more expensive than this phone, like the Samsung Galaxy S5 and the HTC One. So make sure to leave a comment below what you want to see about this device, if you want to see comparisons between this device and other devices, and also just let me know what you're interested in on the Oppo Find 7a, if you want me to test out the feature, especially the 50 megapixel stitch photo feature with the 13 megapixel camera, and also how good the 13 megapixel camera is just as a standalone photo or a photo taker.